Hey guys, welcome to another English commentary done by Diggity. This is going to be the third match between Xeris and Chobohobo. Chobohobo actually had an opportunity. That's such a great name. Chobohobo, I think his actual name's flawed. I don't know if he actually wanted me to share that, but whatever. He's a cool guy. Had a free-for-all with him, and I think he basically owned me, Semi-Old Guy, and Tam simultaneously. It was really sad on all of our parts. I was kind of running the strategy. I knew he was going big air, and I totally played horribly, and what was it? It was Zodiac, and I was like, oh, I'll throw some zealots at him, and that was really stupid considering the distance on the map. And I'm like, everyone else, I knew he was going air, and then I was like, everyone else will go anti-air, and then I'll just be able to build Templar and destroy everything else, because I knew I had, who did I have to the north? I had Tam to the north, and he was going Corsairs, and I knew Semi-Old Guy was probably going to go Goliath, and I was like, if I go Templar and a bunch of zealots and dragoons, and I let them take care of Chobohobo, and then I push out once. Yeah, anyway, point being, it failed miserably. It was a bad tactic. Yeah. Anyway, so he handled all three of us simultaneously. It was very impressive. He's a pretty good player, I think. He's starting at teal 3 o'clock position. 6 o'clock position, we have the Organizer, Xeris, light, FTW, for the win. In Periwinkle, light blue, whatever. Looks like he's setting up a pylon outside. I would be very surprised if he went for a Bisu build. It's very difficult because of this gigantic white choke. This is Python, and I forgot. Let me go over the map real fast because I have map reveal on. Again, vote for map reveal at se2gg.com. Looks like he's putting out Gateway. Doesn't surprise me. So minerals here, secondary, bottom right hand corner, additional expansions. You have your mineral only, kind of at the what is that? The 1 o'clock and the 8 o'clock of the map. In the upper right hand corner, in the bottom left hand corner, minerals blockading basically an expansion there, and then 2 additional spawns, and you'll be able to see who scouted out where. It looks like Chobohobo scanned, went to the 12 o'clock. And actually, no, it looks like we're going to see a 2-gate rush from Xeris. Looks like this is going to be scouted out. We'll see if Chobohobo can deal with it. Looks like he's already gone 12 hatch, which is unfortunate. He's got spawning pool going down, so Xeris is going to have an opportunity here to push this in. 12 hatch is basically the best situation, well, aside from 3 hatch that you can have as far as your Zerg opponent going something, and putting down, as you can see, that second pylon, and producing that first yell. Yeah, he's going for that rush. Just a little bit of a pylon attackage there, just trying to be annoying here. And we'll see. It looks like he's bringing up a pylon as additional probes as well, so he's really going to dedicate to this attack. Looks like some drones being brought down across the line here to try to deal with that probe that was attacking the hatchery. And maybe just make sure that there's no additional disruption here. Pylon going down, and what that's going to do, a couple things. First of all, when the spawning pool is created and Zerglings are produced, looks like that first zealot is on the way. Actually, yeah, first zealot and 3 probes here. So really big dedication on this rush. Looks like one of the probes was taken out though, and it looks. Let's double check. Yeah, just a full out zealot rush from Xeris. But this pylon, what it's going to ensue is basically it's going to inflict a little bit more micromanagement costs. Looks like 1 drone already down. Looks like a creep colony being built here in the background. We'll see if he can take down an additional probe. Not quite able to take down that additional probe, and this is going to be huge because this, as these Zerglings come down, they can't just be attack moved, because otherwise they're just going to attack the pylon. You see right there, that was an attack move. They just started attacking the pylon instead of the zealots. And also, usually you want a sun colony there. And Xeris now pushing into the, not going to deal with the sun colony. He's just going to push into the main. We'll see if Chobohobo can deal with this. It looks like he's got some Zerglings out, but honestly, 2 Zerglings versus 2 zealots. Now it's 4 Zerglings with 2 zealots, but probes behind. Keep that in mind. Chobohobo going to have a hard time fending this off. Let's see if and more zealots just going to continue streaming in, and also that sun colony additional benefit, just going to attack that pylon instead of the zealots initially. Going after that spawning pool, almost taking it out. More Zerglings being attacked. And now, 2 zealots left against these 4 and those probes not keeping up their weight. Looks like Xeris missed a little bit as far as his micromanagement there. That additional zealot was taken out. So Xeris is not actually going to be able to take out any of the hatcheries here. Was able to inflict some of an economic cost. We'll see if it works out for him in the long term. I don't know that it will. Looks like this probe also going to be taken out here in the background. But yeah, Xeris, he's got the dedicated to a 2-gate push, and just did not pay out for him. Now getting his forge down. he's going to be at an economic disadvantage now. As you can see, some Zerglings pushing up to inflict some damage of their own, but there's 4 Zealots waiting for them. So anyway, but yeah, Chobohobo in a very strong position. We'll see what he does from here. Just needs to kind of push his economy up, and maybe, again, yeah, get these Zerglings speed upgraded, start harassing behind the base. Looks like, yeah, he's just going to run them behind. Oh, and it didn't manage to run them behind. He was pushing them through, and they might have been on an attack move, I'm not sure, but it looks like they attacked the gateway instead of continuing through. Now they're continuing through, so it looks like he managed to get 3 of these Zerglings through. I think I've already seen this game. I think this is the game I quit on. Yeah, I was in this game, and ended up quitting on this because a whole bunch of people at the actual game, SoCal Lan II. By the way, go to SoCal Lan, or go to broodwarusa.org. Check out all the information involved. Now Xeris gonna have to attack a little bit with his probes. More disruption on economy, which hurts because he was already, kind of wasted a lot of his economy in producing these zealots. And these now it comes the great Zergling hunt. Zerglings try to inflict as much damage as possible with their probes. While Zealots in the meantime kind of attack out in the field. Looks like an Overlord was actually taken out here in the front door. Sorry, I missed that on screen with some cannons. We'll see if that's done. Yeah, ooh, that hurts. So basically that advantage was erased. The fact that Xeris went for that rush and failed because that Overlord was taken out. Because now there's a big supply shift. So he teching the layer here in the meantime, but has to produce additional Overlord in early game. That can just hurt a lot. The question is will Xeris be able to deal with Mutalisks? Because and actually, I guess the opposite question is, will Chobohobo be able to get his economy kind of moving enough here in the meantime with that Overlord hit to really produce Mutalisks once before Xeris gets kind of cannons back in his base, things like that. Either way, Xeris is going to have a hard time when it comes down to that 3rd expansion. These first 2 bases he'll probably be able to hold pretty well, as you can see. Yeah, I got that sealed at the front, but after that, though, moving out to his 3rd expansion, that's going to be where the pain in the butt comes down to. Because really, with those Mutalisks out in the field, Chobohobo will basically have map control. I wouldn't be surprised, honestly, if after he gets the Mutalisks out, he just expands, maybe even twice, switches into 4 hatcheries. I don't know. Anyway, point being, he'll be in a really strong position. Looks like he's right on track, though, with the Mutalisks. He's got the layer up. He's got enough to put down that spire. Doesn't look like he's doing so, though. Maybe a little bit distracted with the Zergling micro. They've got about 6 kills. I don't know if that's with anything earlier. Cybernetics Core going down in the background here. Now that Spire's going up. And so Chobohobo, yeah, in a pretty good position here still. Putting down that 2nd gas. Looks like he is going to go for that Mutalisk push. And some probes being transferred here. So it looks like Xeris managed. He has a secondary up, but yeah, he needs to get some cannons down in his back door in a minute here. Obviously, probably going to wait till about right there on the spire, and then once he does that, if you can get actually no, when the spire's just about finished, because you can get a cannon down before Mutalisk is developed and put. Anyway, I digress. But basically, it's not really going to revolve on whether he can deal with the Mutalisk harass. What the real issue is going to come down to is what is he going to do about that 3rd expansion? How is he going to push out of his base? How is he going to break the contain? How is he going to get that 3rd nexus? And then also, what is Chobohobo going to do in the background in the meantime? Looks like a pylon going down in the field, so he is preparing to get some cannons down, it looks like, to the north here. And these Zerglings still running down. Additionally, these Zerglings are getting all sorts of nice scouting information running here in the backfield. Obviously not seeing what's happening out here, but he basically knows that secondary is going up because he saw the probe transfer. So now it looks like 2 cannons down, and yeah, Spire just about finished. 3rd hatchery going down as well. So at most we'll probably, I don't think this hatchery is going to be up in time. Obviously not going to be up in time with the to kind of aid in the Mutalisk progression. So we're going to see 6 Mutalisks out in the field, and then once again Chobohobo will be in a comfortable position to expand. 2 cannons in the line, and the question again is it'll come down to Chobohobo's kind of micromanagement with those Mutalisks and whether he can what he can do with that. 3 cannons going down the line. As you can see, Xeris really worried about this because he's actually disrupting some of his probe production, or his probe back and forth mining, what's that called, resource gathering. He's sending out a scout, managed to sneak a probe through, and it looks like it's not going to be spotted out. Maybe he's just waiting for these mules. Yeah, it's going to be able to sneak all the way through, and maybe no, he's going to bring it back for scouting. But again, keep in mind these sunken colonies right here are not going to do a lot of good for him. A lot of cannons